It's Wicked Wednesday. Um, what kind of wickedness do we have to talk about today? Well, today's Wicked Wednesday is all about the critters that like to dig under your different structures on your property. Um, it could be your fence, it could be your shed, could be your deck, could be your patio, could even be your house, a garage maybe, whatever it may be. Uh, Groundhogs are the ones that are most famous for this, but skunks do it. Occasionally you'll see a possum, a raccoon, rabbits. So if you see these pictures here, they're examples of what this may look like. If you've already had this happen to your property, then you probably know all about it. But yeah, I mean, like this one here shows something digging under a fence. This one here shows digging under a shed. This is digging under another fence. This is digging under a slab for someone's house. Not cool if you're getting under the slab, especially if it creates a large void under there. Could result in weakening, the structural support of the slab, possibly cracking the slab or, whatever. And then, yeah, another picture of getting under the fence here. Very common stuff I run into all the time. So the $1,000,000 question that everybody wants to know is, what do you do about this, right? Most people, first thing they think of is trapping. Try and trap whatever it is. If it's a groundhog, doing that. If it's a skunk, doing that. Trap it, remove it. Trapping has its place. It definitely can, like if you just have a skunk wandering onto your property, maybe it sprayed your dogs a couple times, but you don't have a fence, you don't have a shed, it's not living under anything, it's just wandering on your property. Trapping's probably the best way to go there, to try and trap it and remove it so it doesn't spray your dogs again. But if you have, some burrowing going on, like in these pictures I just showed you, where maybe something is living on your property, it's living under your deck or your shed or your garage or whatever it may be, your gazebo. Trapping can work. It can remove the animal or whatever it may be, but it's a band-aid thing, right? Why is that animal attracted to your shed, deck, garage, or whatever it may be in the first place? Is because it provides shelter for them, and that's why they're attracted to it. So if you just trap the critter and get it out of there, then who's to say a week or two from now you could have another critter getting under there, or maybe a month from now, 2 months, a year. You don't really know how long it may be, but it could very well happen again, and then you could be trapping it again. And especially if you're paying someone such as myself to trap them, then it could be a revolving door. You trap them and then come back again, trap them again, come back again, trap them. That's what people think of a lot, but the more permanent solution here is to do an exclusion of the deck, the shed, the patio, whatever it is. Do a wildlife exclusion to permanently keep critters from digging under there and living under there. So yeah, a wildlife exclusion would be the more permanent solution. If it's of your shed, it would permanently keep critters from getting under your shed and living there. If you got a fenced-in yard, backyard, or patio, whatever it may be, it would permanently keep them out from getting under there and getting on your property or whatever it may be. Definitely more of a permanent thing, where trapping, like I said, you can just keep trapping over again if something's trying to live under a structure on your property, and it may never go away. So this customer that I'm about to show you here in this video, they were having issues with groundhogs and skunks on their property. They've trapped some before. They had, their scenario was they had 2 sheds, and then in their backyard, and then their backyard / patio area was also fenced the whole way around. So stuff would come underneath the fence. It would live or burrow under each shed, and that's what they're having issues with. So I looked at everything, and they did some DIY stuff. They tried, some people might put a concrete block up against the fence or the shed, or bags of rocks or topsoil, and kind of shove it up there, and it's better than nothing, I guess. It might help a little bit, but there's many times where groundhogs or skunks can just go right under that, move it out of the way, or whatever. It's not really a very effective way to do it. So I looked at their sheds and their fence. So their options were, we could have done both sheds, but they wanted the more permanent solution to do the entire fence. That way they no longer have critters getting under the fence to get on the property, which will also keep them out from both of their sheds, and again be more of a permanent solution here. So yeah, here we go. Let's check it out. Well, there you have it. Just as you seen there, installed this material. It's made out of steel galvanized rods that are welded together. That's specifically made to be pounded into the ground deep enough to keep groundhogs and skunks and other critters from burrowing under fences. In this scenario, sometimes it's sheds, sometimes it's decks, patios, garages, whatever it may be. So this stuff's very effective, pounded into the ground here the whole way around the fence, so this customer shouldn't have any more issues with critters getting on their property that they don't want. So yeah, they were pretty happy about that. And if you're having any issues with critters such as groundhogs or skunks burrowing or digging under your fence, shed, garage, gazebo, deck, patio, whatever it may be, if you're having issues with that and you'd be interested in having something like this done, please feel free to reach out and we would be happy to help. Well, that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this video, if it's on Facebook, please follow and like. If you want to see more of these videos, if it's on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Have a nice week.